Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the 2022 commencement exercises of the State University of New York at Potsdam. The processional will begin momentarily, and I'd like to make a few brief announcements. Please silence all cell phones and other electronic devices that may disrupt the ceremony. The ceremony is also being streamed inside the Barrington Student Union multi-purpose room for anyone who would prefer to sit inside and be out of the sun and heat. Today's commencement program can be found by scanning the QR code on the handout that you got, or you can go to the SUNY Potsdam Commencement webpage. A professional photographer will be taking photos of each graduate as they cross the stage. We respectfully request that you remain in your seats and do not move around to take photographs of your student. Please be considerate of other guests and remain in your seats and do not move around the seating area. Please join us for a reception after the ceremony on the other side of the Lougheed Learning Commons beyond Minerva's Plaza, sponsored by the SUNY Potsdam Alumni Association. Now we will officially open SUNY Potsdam 2022 commencement ceremony by ringing the college's historic bronze bell. This bell graced the spire of Potsdam Normal School from 1869 to 1917 and is a reminder of the college's long history, its tradition of excellence, and the many graduates have begun before our new graduating class, the class of 2022. Enjoy the ceremony.
Dr. Neisser, the candidates for degrees have arrived and are in their places. The faculty and staff are present. Administrators and members of the College Council have assembled on stage. All are gathered for the 2022 commencement of the State University of New York at Potsdam. Please be seated. Good morning. My name is Dr. Betty Bergeron, and I'm the Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs at SUNY Potsdam. We wish to begin our ceremony with a celebration of our diversity. SUNY Potsdam would like to acknowledge with respect the Ganyagahega Mohawk Nation, protectors of the Eastern Door of the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, the indigenous peoples on whose ancestral lands SUNY Potsdam now stands. This morning's Native American greeting, entitled in English, "The Words That Come Before All Else," is used by members of the Haudenosaunee Confederacy at important gatherings to bring minds together, to give greetings and thanks to the natural world. You will find the words of this greeting in your program. I invite to the stage Taylor Swamp to share the words that come before all else.
Sega, yanala tegwes yung yats. Agwega aska andi dewawe nuni ne agwat nigula danate tino lada. Ne ongwet sua, yakinistaha ahuncha, onega sua, ganjat sua, ohandet sua, onunkwat sua, odelat sua, gayan tosula, gahi sua, ojinuat sua, gandilio, ogwilet sua, ojidan ogua, ladiwelas, gaeli nigawelage, echi duachi, yokineha galakwa, yokisata asantaneka galakwa, oji stakwat sua, gaeli nigwedige, sungwai diza, Tony Duhak, Neangot Nigula.
Thank you so much, Taylor. That was certainly an inspirational way to begin our ceremony today. We will continue our celebration of diversity with a rendition of Lift Every Voice and Sing. This song was first written in 1900 for a Lincoln birthday celebration at a segregated school in Florida. The song was later adopted by the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People as, quote, the Negro National Hymn in 1919, and later became one of the most cherished songs of the Civil Rights Movement. It is often referred to as the Black National Anthem. I now invite Naomi Steele to the stage, who will sing Lift Every Voice and Sing.
Every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. sing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. God of our weary years, God of our silent tears, God who has brought us thus far on the way, thou who hast by thy might led us into the light, keep us forever in the path we pray. Lest our feet stray from the places, our God, where we met thee, lest our hearts, strung with the wine of the world, we forget thee. Shadowed beneath thy hand, may we forever stand, true to our God, true to our native land.
Thank you so much, Naomi. That was beautiful. Thank you. And now, if you would please stand if you are able, remove your hats and join in the singing of the national anthems of Canada and the United States, led first by Nathan Strock and followed by Ben Johnson.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave
Please be seated. Welcome to SUNY Potsdam 2022 Commencement. My name is Phil Neisser, and it is my honor to serve as acting president, officer in charge of SUNY Potsdam. Thank you to all of our singers. I also want to thank Dr. James Madeja and the Crane Commencement Band for enriching this morning's celebration. And good morning. This is so exciting. I'm so proud to welcome you, the graduates of SUNY Potsdam's class of 2022. Today, we celebrate you and all that you have accomplished here, and all that we know you will accomplish from this day forward. We are also welcoming today some members of the classes of 2020 and 2021 who have returned to cross the stage after the pandemic interfered with traditional commencement plans for the past 2 years. Perseverance. Welcome back, and thanks to all for being here. We are all so thrilled to be together again with all of our guests in the shade of the clock tower, enjoying this momentous day as one SUNY Potsdam family. I'm now pleased to introduce June O'Neill, the chair of our College Council, a regional body appointed by the governor to advocate for the campus. June is a longtime and cherished member of the Potsdam family. June?
Vertically challenged. Hello, class of 2022 and 2021 and 2020 and all the other alumni that are here in the audience. Welcome back to Potsdam. This is your day, class. You did it. Let's give each other the universal sign of we did it. How about some high fives all around? Go ahead, you earned it. Celebrate with your friends. Now, I believe that you have a special bond that goes beyond the years that you've spent here at Potsdam, because you lived through a global pandemic and you still did it. Not too many years from now, you'll be telling your grandchildren about what happened on the way to graduation. Took a little detour, but that's okay. So I'm not going to speak very long this morning because we've learned a lot from your generation. We have a whole new lexicon of phrases. YOLO. Thank goodness. FOMO. But today, we're facing FOMA. Fear of melting away. So we won't keep you, but I want to remind you of a couple of things. One, if you ever see a turtle sitting on a fence post, you know she didn't get there by herself. So today, as you reflect back, I want you to think about all your friends and family that are here today, and all the other people who have loved you and helped you and guided you along the way. And that includes people who weren't able to travel here today, or people who unfortunately have passed away before being able to see your graduation. And you know those people are here with you today, including our late 17th president of SUNY Potsdam, Dr. John Graham, who suddenly, and unfortunately passed away But just as in one of my very favorite songs, it's okay, Will, I'm not gonna try to sing. It was too many years ago that I was a Crane student, is the song For Good from the musical Wicked. So to all of you graduates and your families and your loved ones, I'm just gonna quote the last few words. Who's to say if we've been changed for the better? But we know because we knew you. And because we knew John Graham, we have been changed for good. Congratulations.
I would now like to ask Dr. William Gibbons, I almost said, Dr. Will Gibbons, Dean of the Crane School of Music, to share another special remembrance. Will?
Good morning. Today we also remember a member of the class of 22, Beth Howell. Our entire campus community continues to mourn her tragic death. Beth achieved so much in her time at SUNY Potsdam and the Crane School of Music, including being named the principal cellist in the Crane Symphony Orchestra. She would have been graduating with honors today, earning her Bachelor of Music degree in music education. Beth's family, including her parents, Joe and Ann Howell, are here with us today. Her father will accept Beth's degree on her behalf, crossing the stage alongside you, her classmates and her friends, as we present the bachelor's degrees. Please join me in showing the Howells your support. In addition to her degree, the Crane Alumni Association has posthumously bestowed Beth with honorary membership, making her forever an alumna of Crane and of SUNY Potsdam. Beth's family wrote that she knew what she wanted out of life and went for it without hesitation. May we all learn from Beth's example and follow our dreams without hesitation and without delay. Thank you.
We are fortunate to have a special student speaker with us today, Ms. Kylie Wilkins. Kylie has served this past semester as president of our Student Government Association and has devoted her time and talents serving all SUNY Potsdam students in this important role. Please welcome Ms. Kylie Wilkins.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Nizer. My name is Kylie Wilkins, and I am a sophomore education major here at SUNY Potsdam. I want to start off with a huge congratulations. You did it. You conquered one of the biggest journeys life has to offer, your education journey. For some of you, you will continue on in your education, but for most of you, you will go out into the real world and live your life. Before your new journey begins, I want to tell you a story. A couple weeks ago, when I sat down to write this speech, I had no idea what I was going to write. I am 19 years old, and I look up to all of you, and I really didn't know what I was going to say to be impactful. So I looked outside, and it was one of the first beautiful days in Potsdam. The kind of day where it's 60 degrees, but it feels 80 because it's been so cold. And I just kind of put my Crocs on, grabbed my keys, and went out the door. For one of the first times in my life, I did not know where I was going. I walked to about Carson Hall when the sky decided to pour rain on me, like the worst rain. And So I ran to the doors of Carson and tried each and every one. All were locked, except the last one I tried. I got inside the building, did a little happy dance for not being in the rain anymore, and began to roam around the halls of Carson. I got to a random staircase and decided to climb it. Little did I know I would climb 8 flights of stairs. I ended up in Raymond Hall. When I got to the top of Raymond Hall, I saw one of the prettiest views SUNY Potsdam has to offer. Raymond Hall is that big building over there, if you don't know what Raymond Hall is. And when you look out the window, you see the whole campus below you, and you feel like you know why you came here. And so after seeing that and feeling so victorious, I sat down to write this speech. And I'm going to make a correlation between my journey and the journey you're about to take. There will be days where you are called to something bigger than yourself, like the outdoors. And there will be moments where you don't know where you're going, but have to go. And there will be times when it rains and you don't have an umbrella, and the bad day feels like it will be forever, but I promise you it won't. You will find your unlocked door, you just have to look for it. And when you get inside and feel so excited that you've conquered a goal, know that there are more goals out there for you. You will have to climb the 8 flights of stairs to get to the view, but I promise you that when you get to that view, you will know why you went outside, and you will know why you started this journey, and you will feel victorious. I beg you to use what you've learned here at SUNY Potsdam for your benefit. The sense of community, kindness, and perseverance. You can do this. Congratulations, class of 2022. Thank you.
Thank you, Kylie. It is now my great pleasure to present today's commencement speaker. Bernie Williams is a 5-time All-Star and a Latin Grammy-nominated recording artist. He gives every performance his all, whether the venue is Yankee Stadium or the House of Blues. Those of you who attended the Bernie Williams Collective concert here last night know just how true that is. Bernie is a 4-time World Series champion. He is the Yankees' all-time postseason leader in home runs and RBIs, and one of its all-time leaders in every major batting category. In recognition of his achievements, the Yankees retired his jersey number 51, in 2015. Bernie's passion for music began at a young age, and he later brought his guitar with him on the road during his Major League Baseball career. He finally released his first album, The Journey Within, in 2003, and followed up with Moving Forward 6 years later. Bernie co-authored a book as well, Rhythms of the Game, the link between music and athletic performance. He's a dedicated philanthropist as well. In honor of his many achievements, SUNY Potsdam awarded Bernie with an honorary Doctor of Humane Letters degree in 2019. We are honored today to welcome him to campus to address you, the class of 2022.
I was going to ask if there were any bleacher creatures here. And I think the question was asked and answered. Good morning, everyone. I mean, this is written in my speech, but I have to agree, what a glorious day, right? Amazing. Officer in charge, Nicer, members of the Board of Trustees, distinguished faculty, staff, alumni, parents, and yes, the class of 2022. It has taken me a long time to get here, but I am so thrilled that I am here now. To be honest, I've had 3 years to think about this day. and I'm still overwhelmed with humility that I would be asked to be your commencement speaker. I was listening to all these stats and all these things that I did on the baseball field, and I just kept thinking, none of that is helping me now. Oh, give me a bat and a guitar and I'm right at home. A microphone, not so much. But you see, I was scheduled to be here on this stage and address the class of 2020, then the class of 2021, and well, we all know what happened. So class of 2022, you're stuck with me. You all have been through so much. We have been through so much. This unexpected and unprecedented pandemic that we were not prepared for. Who would have ever thought about it, right? We think of how our schedules and lives were turned upside down, and so many of the daily comforts and simple joys of life we were used to having and enjoy were suddenly taken away. The ability to go to movies, have a meal at your favorite restaurant or place, attend a sporting event, I know about that, or even celebrate a family birthday. For me, it was also the ability to perform concerts and engage with audiences. And for you students, having to remain focused on your studies while your classes shifted from the classroom with your professors and peers to having to resort to going virtual. They call it distant learning, on a computer screen and isolated. Probably not what you signed up for. And while we are inconvenienced these past 2+ years, we cannot forget that this horrible virus has taken millions of lives along the way. And if any of you have lost loved ones as a result of this pandemic, I am truly sorry for your loss. I am sure that you're thinking of them today, and I believe they're looking down at you and are so proud that you have persevered, earned your degree, and have an unlimited future ahead of you. And while I was not with you then, I do want to acknowledge the SUNY Potsdam classes of 2020 and 2021 who regretfully did not have the opportunity to have their own full commencement and celebrations that they wanted and richly deserved. But I know that many of you are here today, so this day is for you too. Congratulations. I feel a very special connection with this university and this community. Being here today is a culmination of one of the most significant moments in my life. And it wasn't a World Series. It wasn't any of that. It was being honored with a Doctor of Humane Letters degree by President Esterberg in a ceremony held in New York City in 2019. And I got to tell you, I have been called many things through my life, but Dr. Williams is by far the coolest. Since then, I've been waiting and finally being able to travel up, visit this beautiful campus, kick off this weekend with a concert last night at Hosmer Hall, and address all of you today. So while we'll collectively hope that the worst of this pandemic is behind us, and by being so blessed to be all together today, graduates, you have received invaluable life lessons as young adults along the way that I hope will make you stronger, more resilient, more tolerant, patient, and flexible, better prepared, and even kinder. I mentioned that so many of us have experienced loss. But I believe you all need to focus on and apply what you have gained for the next steps in your life. So now what? Actually, saying that makes me think of one of the songs that I performed last night. A few years ago, I co-wrote a blues song with my music director, Mr. Don Harris, And as we played it over and over, kept tweaking it and making all kinds of subtle changes, we still weren't sure if it was done or not, or needed more work, and we didn't really have a title for it, so we actually named it Now What? So then, for all of you today, especially the graduating class, now what? What are those next steps? It's a question that you are allowed to ask yourself. I know I did. Some of you may know exactly what you're going to do after graduation. Maybe you have a job lined up on your field of study. Some of you may be off to graduate schools. And others may not be even sure what you want to do or even what you want to do. And you know what? That is okay. If you have asked a younger version of myself if I was going to become a Major League Baseball player, have a 16-year career with one team, the New York Yankees, of that. I know. Win 4 Gold Gloves, 4 World Series, and have my number retired, and yada, yada, yada. I would say, dude, you're crazy. Growing up in Puerto Rico, I was blessed with parents that were extremely supportive. Yeah, I know about the Puerto Rico thing. Boricuas. My parents were very involved in our lives. You know, my brother and I, my brother is a cellist, and he's also a lawyer. I don't know how that sort of come together, but we were born a year apart, and we were very close. And my parents stressed the importance of having a well-rounded education that included academics, of course, but arts and music and athletics. But there was a catch. We had to earn the right to play baseball and music by getting good grades first. My dad had a rough childhood and had little or no education. So you could say that he went to the school of hard knocks, went on to become a merchant marine and travel the world. He was my hero. He was my Superman, and the one that taught me to play baseball and the guitar at the same time when I was around 8 years old. My mom, meanwhile, she was an educator and later a principal in the public school system in Puerto Rico, in a career that spanned more than 40 years in the public education system in that island. My brother and I attended La Escuela Libre de Música, a performing arts high school in San Juan. It was there that we both continued to develop our passion for music and hone our skills as musicians. We were introduced to music theory, began composing music, and of course performed on our instruments. Hiram, of course, on the cello, and myself on the guitar. Ironically, though, our high school did not have sports programs of any kind. Any athletic activities we participated in were community recreation leagues. So as I began to play more and more baseball at a higher level, I was part of traveling all-star teams that attracted major league scouts. These guys that go all over the place looking for talent. Now, I still don't think that I really planned on the possibility that I was on a path of playing professional baseball, but it did start to cross my mind. My parents never saw me becoming a professional musician or athlete. They just wanted me to go to college and get a degree. My mom, she envisioned me to be becoming a doctor or an architect or lawyer. So remember about those scouts that I mentioned before, the ones that were coming to my baseball games? Well, that ultimately led to the New York Yankees offering me a contract to play professionally. And as I look back on that period of my life, I really respect my parents for giving me the freedom to make my own decisions. I mean, they were certainly always there for me, and I always counted on their advice. But as I was turning 16 years old, I had a major decision to make. And while I certainly contemplated college or a career in music, the chance to play for the New York Yankees was something I could not pass up. So I signed the contract and I never looked back. So what drove my decision? I mean, I did exactly what I will tell you to do when faced with a critical crossroad in your life. And I have three things to say about that. One, pray about it. As I've grown older in my age, I'm 53 years old, I have come to realize that there is a spiritual side of my life that at times I've neglected, but it has been a source of power that I have been able to tap on. And I'm not really here to talk about religion. You know, whatever religion you have is good, but really tapping into that spiritual power that you have inside. I can only speak from my Christian base, and I would pray to God to guide my steps and guide my path. That's number one. Number two, stay open and keep it conversational with yourself and people that you trust, people that have your best interest at heart. And at the end of the day, just go with your heart. Some might say going with your heart can sometimes impair your judgment or analysis, because going with your heart involves emotion. But at the end, for me, was without regret, and I never looked back. So while I was wearing a glove and swinging a bat for a living, I always carried a guitar with me. In fact, one of the first things that I did when I got to the Yankees was go out in Times Square and buy my first electric guitar. It was a Fender Strat, for old people keeping count. Throughout my days in baseball, I never stopped playing the guitar. From the long bus trips in the minor leagues to the back of the Yankees chartered jet, where one of my teammates, you might know him, Derek Jeter, was always sitting in front of me and telling me to shut up because he wanted to sleep. On a good day, I would get him out, and he would like falsetto some Lionel Richie or something. But for the most part, you know, they all knew that I had this great connection with music, even though when I was playing baseball, that set me apart. Those were great days, and unfortunately, they had to come to an end. And after my career as a baseball player ended in 2006, I was faced with another crossroad in my life. And once again, the question, okay, now what? Leaving the game I loved so much was very difficult. And I immediately missed routine, the competition, the camaraderie with my teammates, and the realization that my playing days were over hit me like a ton of bricks. But then I realized that everything that I had experienced on the baseball field, the years of training, preparation, competing, had set me up for the next chapter in my life. And this decision was a lot easier for me than the one that I made when I was 16. And so I set out to reinvent myself as a full-time musician. I was playing guitar every day, composing songs, recording, performing concerts in cities and venues all over the country, and I may say all over the world. And as exciting, as fulfilling as that was, deep down, I knew that I wanted something more. I have always believed that you should never stop learning. So I made one of those now what decisions. I wanted to go back to school and get my degree. But I did not want to just take one class here and one class there like I had done through the years. I wanted to become a full-time student and truly immerse myself in the college life that I did not get to experience after high school. But unlike baseball, a lot of the music schools that I was interested in were not scouting me. So they did not certainly care about what I did, anything that I have accomplished on the baseball field. So I sent my applications like everyone else. I had to audition, just like everyone else. And fortunately, I was accepted by the Manhattan School of Music in New York City, a school with a tradition and reputation most like your prestigious Crane School of Music. Yeah, you can clap for that. So there I was, walking around campus with my backpack and a guitar, as a 40-year-old freshman and trying to hold my own with a bunch of young music prodigies from all over the globe. I got a lot of those double takes. What is this guy doing here? What's this old guy doing here? Asking all these questions. I was challenged and inspired to earn their validation and respect as a student and as a musician, and I grew to enjoy learning and growing with them. Fast forward to 2016, and I am proud to say that I graduated from the Manhattan School of Music with a bachelor's degree in jazz performance. Looking at my life today, in some ways I could say that I interrupted my music career to play baseball. That wasn't the case when I was 16, but to be honest, I always felt that there was a symbiotic relationship with having baseball in my life and music as well. It was who I was, and both were in my heart and in my soul. In fact, this connection inspired me to collaborate with two music professors and friends of mine, Bob Thompson and Dave Gluck, and write a book that examines the link between musical and athletic performance, the aforementioned rhythms of the game. And even if athletics or music are not your passions, writing this book produced some valuable life lessons that can apply to all of us at any stage of your lives. And I'm not really, wanting to, pitch this book right now, but I wouldn't mind if you get it. So the point is, whichever path you might find yourself in life, I think you just need to be yourself. It's funny because with my connection of music during my baseball career, it was commonly written by so many around the game that I marched to the beat of my own drum. And you know what? Darn right I did. Just Bernie being Bernie. Embrace your uniqueness and run with it. The great Irish poet Oscar Wilde is often credited with having once said, "Be yourself, everyone else is taken." Think about that. Be yourself, everyone else is taken. You don't want to be a photocopy, or imposter, or someone else. Don't follow the popular trends that social media dictates on how you should look, dress, think, or behave. Sure, we have role models. We all have them. In life, we have been inspired by, and there may be attributes you admire in certain people that you would like to emulate. But as you set out on your tomorrows, don't be afraid to just being you. It's that simple. Felipe Bourdieu, a motivational speaker, life coach, and blogger, also examined this quote from Wilde. And I just love his take on when it comes to being yourself, and I would like to share this with you in closing. He said, "Only you can write the way you write. Only you can sing the way you sing. Only you can play the way you play. Only you can work the way you work. Only you can paint the way you paint. Only you can create the way you create. And only you can love the way you love." I am living proof that if you go with your heart, never stop learning, and always be yourself, you will never regret where your journey ends, because it will be authentic and it will truly be yours. I wish every single one of you the best of everything as you take that journey. And I join the SUNY Potsdam community and your families in celebrating your remarkable achievement today. You did it. Congratulations. Thank you very much, and God bless you all.
Thank you, Bernie. Dr. Williams.
And now, to our reason for being here today. Are you ready to graduate? As we begin the presentation of candidates, we ask that guests and graduates remain seated until all graduates are recognized, as a courtesy to everyone attending today's ceremony. Graduates, please proceed back to your seats after crossing the stage and having your photo taken for the turning of the tassels and the singing of the alma mater. Now, will Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs, Betty Bergeron, please join me in the presentation of candidates for graduation.
Will all candidates for master's degrees and certificates of advanced study please rise? Dr. Neisser, these candidates have completed the curricula prescribed for their degrees by the State University of New York at Potsdam. On recommendation of the graduate faculty, I take pleasure in presenting these students to you as candidates for the master's degree.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the State University of New York, I hereby confer upon you the master's degree, or the combined bachelor's and bachelor's degree, or certificate of advanced studies, with all the rights, privileges, honors, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations, graduates.
Candidates will now be escorted forward by rows to be hooded and to receive your certificates.
Hunter J. Parker. Caitlin Murphy Brayshaw. Krista LaRock Wells. Evan Knowles. Sally Mata Konate. Amanda Jane Klopp. David Kemp. Audrey Jennings. Nolan Vincent Graziano. Leanne Gardner. Catherine Fitzgerald. Martha M. Farley. Rachel Marie Everett. Genevieve Carrier Follier. Alexandra Morgan Carini. Shannon Boyle. Megan Elizabeth Barnes. Zoe Bergeron. Robert Bayshaw. Cheyenne Nicole Envendano. Karina Antonio. Erin Nicole Anderson. Cara Dawn Aguirre. Brandon Beatty. Chatney Hearn. Kayla E. Dempsey. Nguyen Yang. Noah Frederick White with distinction. John T. Esposito. Eric R. Volaski. Trudy Van Omeren. Courtney Waldriff. Elizabeth O'Byrne. Jacob Ryan Barrett. Alexis E. Clark. Alexandra Banis. Nicole Jean White. Taylor D. Tischler. Krista Caitlin Thompson. Tristan Lee Thomas. Kevin L. Tyler. Brooke Avery Lee Steiner. Rebecca May Snyder. Nicole Anais Ramirez. Lee O. Potter. And Nathan Struck.
So congratulations to our students receiving a master's degree. Will all candidates for bachelor's degrees please rise? Dr. Neiser, these candidates have completed the curricula prescribed for their degrees by the State University of New York at Potsdam. In the name of the faculty and by its authority, I have the honor of presenting them to you so that you may confer upon them the appropriate degree: Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Music, or Bachelor of Science.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the State University of New York, I now confer upon you the appropriate bachelor's degree and admit you to all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining to the degree. Congratulations.
Candidates will now be escorted forward by rows. Graduates, please be seated until your row is called and return to your seats after crossing the stage.
I have no sound. I have no sound. Eric, I have no sound. Our first recipient today is Elizabeth Howe, cum laude.
Alexandra Rudovich. Congratulations. Gideon Lero Smith, Chancellor's Award for Student Excellence. Andrew T. Brett. Colony Gray. Amanda Bink. Naomi Autumn Steele. Ben Johnson. Zamani Oren Aki Davis. Guillermo Albino. Lilina Acevedo. Linnea Acevedo. Emily R. Allen. Jeanette Antonio. Thank you. Jessica Ader, cum laude. Kayla M. Anderson.
Renar Anderson. Kathleen Avery. Meadow R. Alexander. Dea Algrim. Marisha Evanengo. Alexis P. Averill. Jordan L. Arnold. Christian John Amano. Osiris Alvarez. Emily Basford. Amanda Bowen. Carly Boughton. Brianna M. Buck. Veronica A. Boriachi. Anna R. Brancato. Luke Boyle. Marissa Ann Bigelow. Robin E. Love. Brandy L. Barkley. Luis Barreto Nieves. Bethany S. Variale. Vanessa Marie Brandt. Morgan N. Brown. Chloe Bakunis. Lacey Bosholi. Yadro Bracero. Donasia India Brown. Dornelia Brown. Chelsea R. Bush. Elijah Boris.
Brittany Brown. Emily E. Burney. Lindsay T. Brown. Jason Scott Bersner. Madison Lynn Brunell. Madison S. Braytrophia. Julia Bartlett. Susan Boyle, summa cum laude. Turia Benhamo. Lindsay J. Baker. Christina Becerra. Josephine Beck. Mackenzie Teresa Bowie. Emily Ann Burke. Sean Andrew Butts. Christian A. Capone. Robert Bevilacqua Carr.
Raphael Bello. Brianna M. Cardinal. Christy Coyle. Dove Conrad. Elizabeth R. Crisciatello. Nairi A. Crispin Harris. Chicken O'Nelly. Gabriella Chicken O'Nelly. Mary Rose Conway. Michael Anthony Carlisle. Haley M. Carden, summa cum laude. Olivia Capozzi. Allison Carbone. Aubrey Carroll. Alexandra Cuomo, summa cum laude. Samantha K. Coombs, cum laude. Miyoko Kiara Cooper. Aisha Benjamin. Brent Kolf. Connor M. Callan. Pavel Klebish.
Quinn Joseph Graziano, magna cum laude. Olivia Ann Colberry, summa cum laude. Bethany F. Kratzenberg. Matthew Stanley Catron. Monice Cuevo. Brendan Cope, summa cum laude. Ty D. Clark. Davidson Charles, magna cum laude. David Charles. John Conway. Mia Cancelo. Nia Brianna Cancelo, cum laude. Jack Dieterhausen Bloom. Ethan Riley Clark, summa cum laude. Thomas P. Terranova. Robert Michael Clare. Benjamin Howard Thompson, magna cum laude. Justin Patrick Gary, cum laude. Michael P. Pagluca. Christopher Grattan. Gabrielle Patricia Cleary. Davina Cook. Michaela Rose Calandra. McKenna Croson, cum laude. Maggie Croson. Tiffany Marie Chapman. Madison Michelle Cox. Dante Viskovich. Jaden Noriega. Laura Renee Mossman. Robert K. Mulligan. Nicholas Dustin Viejo. Something like that. Gianna Marie Jones. Devin Lynn Boutan. Leah J. Clemens. Megan E. Weemet. Katerina Michaela Daniezi. Cameron R. Daly, cum laude. Shannon Rose Donnelly. Sarah E. Davidson, cum laude. Sayo Catherine De Lara. Elizabeth Marie Denner. Cheyenne S. Dennis. Hannah Leanne Dentel, summa cum laude. Michael T. Diano, cum laude. Desiree Dion. Amanda R. D. Bartolo, magna cum laude. Jillian D. Benardo, cum laude. Nicholas Michael Dombrowski, summa cum laude. Grace Donofrio, magna cum laude. Hunter Dudley, cum laude. Shanae Dudley. Chanel Dudley. Grace L. Dumas, summa cum laude. Lindsay Rose Dunay. Stephanie D. Dunlap. Emily G. Downs. Elizabeth J. Deshane. Devin Elliott. Jardine Ellie. Brody Allen Irwin. Sarah Evans, summa cum laude. Claire J. Ezrati. Isabella Eberl, summa cum laude. Lawrence S. Derodigan, cum laude. Brittany Cochran. Victoria Lee Irvin. Emily Donez.
Alexis Hales. Alisa Collymore. Tania Anastasia Grant. Sorry. Tanae Grant, summa cum laude. Jess Melendez. Christopher Falcon. Lindsay M. Farnsworth. Kristen Felton. Courtney J. Ferguson, cum laude. Kayla R. Fiordeliso. Ava J. Fisher. Henry D. Fisher. Catherine Flattery. Jason D. Flay. Darius J. Fuller. Danielle N. Frigo. Erin Cipher Elizabeth Gallagher. Alexandra Gallo, magna cum laude. Katie Lynn Galt. Cynthia Garcia. Shaylee E.L. Garrow. Samuel Jacob Gangi. Quincy Geismar. Matthew Getz. Stacia Hart Goldsmith. Olivia Madison Gagne. Ryan Gordona. Avery Grivo.
Rachel J. Grobreggy. Brianna Gerhardt. Sailor Grady. Bailey Greenberg. Mackenzie Lee Goutremont. Amanda Lynn Gwilt. Emily N. Garner. Christian M. Giglio. Nicholas R. Graham. Joseph Garcia. Oh, sorry. Matthew Grosso. Destiny Michelle Gijan. Caitlin Guerin. Christian Gomez. Anna Mohammed. Diana Isabel Norat. Chevelle Ferrer Diaz. Tyler Blaine Haman Hammond, summa cum laude. Cullen Harrington. Elise Jeanette Hart. Clara Della Hartson. Taylor Hayden, cum laude. Edward Hendricks. Sierra Herrera. Leslie Marie Lopez Herrera. Ayana Lili. Maggie Hess, summa cum laude. Emily Hinkle. Ryan Horncastle, magna cum laude. Rachel E. Howard, summa cum laude. Carissa Hoyt.
Melanie Jimenez. Emily Jimenez. Nicholas R. Joslin. Jillian Julian. Patricia Enriquez. Umuketu. Amber Louvier. Hannah Jean Laneville, summa cum laude. Mathis Leblanc. Julia Lemieux. Eileen Liu. Courtney Loeffler. Megan Keenan. Blake Aaron Lombardo, summa cum laude. Mavie Sean Virginia Long. Nicholas Kent, magna cum laude. Logan A. Kimball Lee. Milese Amaris Francis. Allison Kim, magna cum laude. Anna Charlebois, cum laude. Jamie Orlando, cum laude. Robert Caton. Justin Peter Lamondo. Alexander Kraus. Abriana Vaughn. Haley LaJudas. Rory Lasher. Rylan LaMarche. Shanice London. Corinne Milana. Rovato. Zoadi Z. Fleary. Johanna Walker. Patty Vivian Klemko. Brianna G. Hammond. Abigail Hunt. Megan L. Johnson. Anna Lalone. Melissa Michelle. Cache K. Hines. Naomi Martinez. Cheyenne Siblis. Dylan Cole Morgan. Jalisa Micho. Shauna T. Maxwell. Alexis Murray. Megan Manning. Noah F. Manning. Randy Davis, summa cum laude. Amanda Marie Harvey, summa cum laude. Brielle Faircloth, summa cum laude. Jenna Wilson, summa cum laude. Madison Lee Gordenier, summa cum laude. Kayla Side, cum laude. Carly Beth Call, summa cum laude. Marie Shalise Mendez. Manya Casey Kester, summa cum laude. Haley M. Goodwin. Kristen Cummings, cum laude. Rebecca Schrader, summa cum laude. Derek Washer, summa cum laude. Caitlin Monstero, summa cum laude. Mia T. Kilker with distinction. Justin Tan, summa cum laude. Lauren Der Flinger, summa cum laude. Alec J. Vogel. Shayna Filion, summa cum laude. Emma G. Matasovich, summa cum laude. Yep. Justin Tyler Wheeler, summa cum laude.
Julia Stowell. Allison L. Budd, summa cum laude. Margaret Mary Cattell. Darian Rose, summa cum laude. Sam Murray Regan, summa cum laude. Brianna Yagi, summa cum laude. Thank you. Jerry Omasan Wilkie, cum laude. Alira Mavre, summa cum laude. Madeline McCarthy, summa cum laude. Derek Wolf, summa cum laude. Christopher McAfee, summa cum laude. Brian Salvatore Buckhout. Nicholas M. Solomon. Dylan Michael Ducat. Edward Robert Matten with honors. Anthony Justin Yano. Thank you. Sean Morris with honors. David Sebastian Matos. Emily G. Metz, summa cum laude. Marilyn M. Miro. Mariah T. McGee, magna cum laude. Darren Allen Mena. Kiranan Riley Morgan. Emily A. Moret, summa cum laude. Erica Murata. Shay Marie Musa. Mary Frances Mangona. Emma Grace Massa, summa cum laude. Eliza Martin. Hannah M. White. Maggie Jean Mitchell, summa cum laude. Ryan M. McCarthy. Rebecca Emily Matt. Laura Matthews, summa cum laude. Matthew Mazer, summa cum laude. Kathleen M. McCabe, summa cum laude.
Vladimir Moyes. Tatiana Montemorano, magna cum laude. Andrew McEwen. Jake McCormick. Seth A. Marshall. Matthew Barr, magna cum laude. Robert Marsanico. Austin Fitzroy McCann, magna cum laude. Robert Markowski. Mackenzie Martin. Taylor Mack, magna cum laude. Cora Jean Metcalf, cum laude. Riley Ann Martyr, magna cum laude. Simisola A. Macaulay. Kayla D. McDonald. Aisha Lockrow. Caitlin Delia Leah. Grace E. Lachlan. Julietta Lamore. Cheyenne Lanning. Kayla Mock. Crystal Marie Miller, magna cum laude. Bonnie Lagata, magna cum laude. Jason Fitzpatrick, magna cum laude. Alyssa Kramer, summa cum laude. Patrick James Colmel, magna cum laude. Chloe C. Cagle, magna cum laude. Tyler Kosick. Molly Ann Knapp, summa cum laude. Samantha R. Kinney. Rowan Elizabeth Kingsbury, cum laude. Lee Elizabeth Kenneth Walsh. Hannah R. Kehoe. Cecilia Marie Cars, magna cum laude. Fatima Kaba.
Justin Phillip. Molly L. Proper, summa cum laude. Emmy E. Price, summa cum laude. Vanessa Prayshaw, summa cum laude. Dalton Cross. Allison Joanne Patanovic, cum laude. Taylor Post, magna cum laude. Corey Teresa Phillips. Callista Rose Phillips, cum laude. Joshua T. Phelps, cum laude. Catherine Pierce, cum laude, magna cum laude. Pardon. Megan Payne, cum laude. Cody J. Patnode. Adam E. Parker. Tyler Pancato. Alexandra Pitchker, summa cum laude. Mallory May Petrie, summa cum laude. Hannah Priest. Cindy Perez, cum laude. Eleonora Olwin. Anna Elizabeth O'Neill, cum laude. Rachel Lynn Orzel. Kristen Mary Parker. Heather R. Pereira. Catherine Nicole Prochat. Peter Oslador, magna cum laude. Nicole Alexandra Pellman Pickman, summa cum laude. Nolan R. Ostrowski. Brianna Lynn Olson. Kathleen Ober, summa cum laude. Stephanie A. Nurkin. Mariah Joy Nissen, summa cum laude. Brooke Nilsson, summa cum laude. Bao Win. Alexis Gale Newman, summa cum laude. Connor Newcomb. Fernando Perez, magna cum laude. Kyle Prescott, cum laude. Jared Navela, summa cum laude. Amber Nelson, cum laude. Stavisa Nellenbach. Francesca Rivera. Yamil Rodriguez Peralta, cum laude. Noel Ryan. Phoebe Rose Ruther, summa cum laude. Stephen Rodriguez, summa cum laude. Jessica Allison Spinu, magna cum laude. Alec Michael Roy, magna cum laude. Caitlin Rivera. Donald Roberts, magna cum laude. Abigail B. Rescoral, cum laude. Benjamin John Roberts. Rose Ramirez Mendoza. Kaylin N. Razzo. Darius Rivers. I can't hear. Brianna Reyes. Quentin Rumpf, cum laude. Samuel Aaron Rosenberg, summa cum laude. Shane R. Rose. Christopher A. Rose. Elizabeth Rosario. Stephanie A. Rodriguez. Amanda Nicole Rizzo, summa cum laude.
Alexandra M. Rivera, cum laude. Christina Rivas. Courtney E. Riley. Andrew Richardson, summa cum laude. Kylie Rayoma Dion. William Brossard Reed. Kalena Rodriguez. Maisie Reed. Elizabeth Grace Reese, summa cum laude. Henry Reber, honors. Rishi Ramsing. Nicole Ramirez. Jordan Keelas. Riley Quigley. Linnea Sharp. Jessica Semenyo. Misty Christina Swamp. Samantha Stern, summa cum laude. Leland Sumner. Stephanie N. Cipher. That's fine. Charlie Robert Sarkioglu. Kevin Sanchez Rosario. Hosanna. Hosanna Snell, magna cum laude. Joshua Philip Smith. Thank you. Abigail Champagne. Thank you. Tiana Swift. Cassandra J. Spillane, cum laude. Samuel Edward Smith, summa cum laude. Ryan Solinsky, summa cum laude. Ryan Shevlin. Danny Shembash. Thank you. Chase Freeman Sawyer, cum laude. Thomas Soiro. Maura Sullivan. Okay. Salvatore Sanfilippo, summa cum laude. Andrew Blake Shiner, summa cum laude. Angela J. St. Dennis. Trenton Sullivan. Reham Sawi, cum laude. I'm gonna one more. Madison Shamus.
Danielle Catherine Sullivan. Ashley Stowell. Ronald K. St. John III. Alyssa Sposato, summa cum laude. Amanda Spicer, summa cum laude. Aubrey J. Snell. Kelsey Margaret Shoemaker. Sean Christopher Sievers, summa cum laude. Gabriella G. Scott, cum laude. Samantha Nicole Sherry, summa cum laude. Jasmine Scrum. Samara Saul. Christian Serechia. Olivia Scotta. Genesis Saltos. Janelli Salcedo. Trent Woodrow. Charles Martin. Cameron Talcott. Emma Thomas, cum laude. Carrie L. Mayette, cum laude. Kara Sue Mulvaney. Monica Rose Trumer, summa cum laude. Kirby Thompson. Luis Jesus Taboada Toranzo. Alex Thiessen. Hannah Teeter, magna cum laude. Patricia Tracy, magna cum laude. Regine J. Tinsley. Mindy J. Thompson. Hannah M. Thurston, magna cum laude. Chloe M. Tonelato, magna cum laude. Joseph Daly Zimmerman. Michelle Ashley Zapata Nunez. Nate Young. Ricky Yang. Brett Michael Worden, summa cum laude.
Kaylee Wood, summa cum laude. Mallory Whitland, summa cum laude. Corey Wilkins. Nayla Williams, cum laude. Maurice Williams, magna cum laude. Kayanne Williams, cum laude. Keanu Veems. Cheyenne White. Michelle M. White. Emily West, magna cum laude. Drew Wortman. Jennifer Lynn Wells. Alexa Mackenzie Weeks, summa cum laude. Elizabeth Weekly. Caitlin Joe Waldruff. Leandra Whalen, summa cum laude. Emma Jolyn Voss, summa cum laude. Carlos Villatoro. Taylor Vlad. Emilis Villarreal. Emily M. Vianney. Emily Kate Vierno, summa cum laude. Dariel Viteri, cum laude. Whitney Verbeck, summa cum laude. Okay. Jake M. Van House, cum laude. Corliss Valenzuela Caraballo.
Wow. I would now like to introduce Sally Farrell Partner, class of 1978. Sally is the president of the college's Alumni Association. Sally will bring greetings from the SUNY Potsdam Alumni Association and formally welcome you as the newest members of this exclusive organization. Please welcome Ms. Sally Farrell Partner.
Thank you, Phil. Good morning and congratulations. I am Sally Farrell Partner, class of 1978, and I currently serve as the president of the Alumni Association Board of Trustees. At this time, will all graduates please rise if you are able. As president of the Alumni Association, it is my distinct honor and privilege to lead you in a tangible gesture which symbolizes your passage from the status of students to the ranks of graduates and alumni. Please move the tassel on your cap from the right side to the left side. Please be seated, and I'll make this brief. My husband texted me this morning and said, be brilliant, be brief, and be gone. I promise you the last two. You are now officially lifelong members of a strong and dedicated network of more than 40,000 fellow Potsdam graduates. You should be very proud of yourselves on this important day. Your hard work and dedication brought you to this point. College graduation is a great accomplishment whenever it happens, but it is all the greater because you have achieved this milestone under unprecedented stress because of the pandemic. Your campus life was completely upended for a great deal of time, and you had to navigate remote classes, limited social activity, closed services, and general upheaval of what we all knew as normal life. The lives of your professors, families, and friends were also turned upside down as we all just tried to make it through the confusion and get by. You not only got by, you stayed on course and you finished your degrees. You found ways to complete your work and to get the support you needed to get to this day. I have no doubt that a number of other important people in your life helped. Family, friends, professors, mentors, and perhaps even alumni you met along the way. Let's give them and you a round of applause for a job well done in a very challenging time. Potsdam is a unique place, and this is reflected in our alumni network. Our alumni are impressive, and we love to help each other. We have the most dedicated and supportive alumni that anyone could ever ask for. As you continue on your life's journey, remember that once a member of the Potsdam family, always a member of the Potsdam family. No matter the field you choose or the geographic location you pick, just look and you will find an alumnus who is more than willing to connect and help you. Make sure that our alumni office has your contact information, especially your email address, to make connecting easy. As you join our ranks today, I hope that you will become an engaged alum. We will have a table in the reception area after the ceremony. Please come by, say hello, and learn how you can stay involved with the college. And as an added bonus, when you come by, you will receive a special gift. Check these out. They've got the bear claw on one side and SUNY Potsdam alum on the other. Come get some. After you leave, please remember to stay in touch with us so that we can keep you up to date with college activities and alumni events in your area. The SUNY Potsdam Alumni Board of Trustees and I welcome you to our alumni ranks. You should be very proud. We certainly are. Congratulations.
Thank you, Sally. Dr. Neisser, this concludes the formal portion of the 2022 commencement of the State University of New York at Potsdam. Congratulations, graduates. And let me offer my warmest wishes to each of you receiving a degree today. I offer special thanks to our wonderful commencement speaker. Thank you. Yes. Our singers, all of our special guests, for enriching this celebration. Thanks to all of you for being with us today for the commencement. Please join Dr. Neisser, the stage party, and the faculty and staff on the other side of the Lougheed Learning Commons immediately following this ceremony for a reception sponsored by the Alumni Association honoring our graduates. The audience is asked to remain in place until the procession has ended. And now will you please rise if you are able and join Amanda Bink in singing our alma mater.
you.